Atlanta Bird Gang, what's up? What's happening? What's going on? And as always, what's popping? Yeah, checking in with a live stream on a little bit of the late night tips tonight. You know what I'm saying? We did not get to finish our discussion that we actually had yesterday. And I said I would come back either Tuesday or Wednesday and finish it. We were talking about NFL free agency, and we were talking about who the Falcons are gonna draft, and we had the Lamar revelation thing break out earlier today. So I figured, you know what, we might well just attack that MFer all at one time tonight. So welcome. We're gonna pick up where we left off, talking about that. I know when we left off, everybody was telling us, well, everybody was sharing who you think we should draft, who look good. I do recall a lot of people were saying Christian Gonzalez. A lot of people were saying Jalen Carter, of course, and I'm a big proponent of Carter if he falls there to eight. I'm a very big proponent of Carter if he falls to eight. If he's still sitting down there, and we draft at eight, man, I really feel like the Falcons need to grab him. Uh, like I said yesterday, Terry got to really run me my fade if he's there and we don't pick him up. So I really would like Carter. Somebody mentioned Nolan Smith yesterday. Also, I like Nolan. I'm not sure how much I like him to draft him at number eight. But I do remember that name being called yesterday as well. Let's see, we got checking in so far. We got Facebook user said we never left. What's good, Toddy? What's popping? Facebook user, what's going on, man? Appreciate you joining me tonight. Thank you very much. Got Wallace Smith is in the building. What's up, dog? What's happening with you, Wallace? Appreciate you checking out on YouTube, man. Thank you very much. Facebook user say, yeah, what's up? We lit. Let's get it. Let's get it. Man, I had a long day, y'all. That's why I'm a little bit late, which I apologize for. I had a long day. Typical Monday, man. Very, very long day for your dog, man. Very long day. Your boy, I got home, put something on my stomach real quick because I hadn't ate all day. Your boy had to get him a cigar. Man, it was such a long day, man. I had to, pull me up a little bit, something too, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully we don't get off tracks, because I'm saying so sometimes when I get that juice, I'll just be BSing. But it was a very, very long day, man. And we had a lot of rain, I'm down in the middle of Georgia, 478 stand up. And we had like little flooding and stuff going on, man. It's a wild day. And then, I had to be out there in the rain today, taking care of stuff, and just a long Monday, man. A long ass Monday, boy. So, you know, your dog had him a day today, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I came home, put something on my stomach, man, lit my cigar up, poured me something to drink, and come to chill with my folks tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see how far we run this thing. Um, Hopefully my laptop battery don't go out on me, so I better stop BSing and get to the point. Cause I stopped because y'all remember like months ago I was telling y'all I was having like problems with StreamYard. And one of my fix arounds, I was streaming through Wi-Fi. So I said, you know what, maybe I should get on connect hardwire, So I plugged everything up on an Ethernet cable, and that take up one USB port, and that didn't fix it. But I do like the Ethernet cable now. I've always been like a Wi-Fi person, but I do see the benefits of the Ethernet cable now, man, because that shit be super fast, super fast. So I'm on Ethernet now, and I got this microphone, right, and that takes up the other USB port. So back when I was just going on Wi-Fi, I used to could be on live for like 4, 5, 6 hours. Laptop never go dead, or the battery go dead. But on this Ethernet cable, man, I get like 90 or 100 minutes, and that joker die quick. So you know, so let's go ahead and get to the business, man. Let me stop BS. Let's go ahead and get to the business. Let's see. We got Facebook user says, "Let me get zero." Jalen, are you talking about Darnell? Talking about Darnell Washington? Soon. My dog Winston Thorne is in the house. What's up with your playboy? How you doing tonight, brother? Always good to see you in here. My other dog Travis Preston is in the building. Bang, bang, bang. What's up with your big dog? How's it going? Wallace checking in. Toddy, even if Jalen is there, we're not drafting him with our 8th pick. Wallace, why you say that, man? Why you say that, Wallace? You know how I mean you do, Wallace. We have conversations. So tell me why you think that we won't draft Jalen with the 8th pick, please. My guy Dre King is in the building. Look like he got an American Bully on his profile pic. Also, what's happening with you, Dre 3000? What's popping? Winston Thorne says, tell a friend to like and subscribe to Atlanta Bird Gang on YouTube. Let's keep this thing growing and rolling. Yes, thank you very much, Winston. I do appreciate it, bro. As always, thank you very much. And also, let me go ahead and say thank y'all to everybody, man. I'm gonna do a separate video on it probably sometime later this week. But y'all got me to 1,000 subscribers, man. I thank y'all a whole lot for that, man. I greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you. And also thank you to the Atlanta Bird Game Facebook family, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always hold your dog down. Been holding your dog down for years now. So shout out to the Atlanta Bird Game Facebook crew. Shout out to the YouTube people in that be going crazy in the YouTube comments. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do. We get down there. We run up the comments in the YouTube. So appreciate that, man. Sometime this week I'll do a separate video saying thank you. But I did want to acknowledge that. Our goal was 1,000 subscribers, and we have surpassed that. So y'all salute y'all. Appreciate y'all looking out for your folk. My guy Kelly Stinson is in the building. What's up with your player? How you doing tonight, bro? Let's see. Facebook users. We talking about Gonzalez. Oh, duh. Hey man, I told you it's a long night, bro. I told you long day for me. They got Anthony Richardson in coming for a visit. I seen that, bro. I seen AR-15 gonna be in the house. I seen that. Hey, if we get AR-15, I'm gonna say this. He's not my first choice. He's not my second choice. Probably not even my third choice, to be honest with you. But I wouldn't be mad. I could see the hype around Anthony Richardson, man. Like it's hard to find that kind of that kind of potential skill set at that size. And he really fits today's offense that these offensive coordinators are trying to run now. He fits that prototype. So I can see it. I could dig it. I wouldn't be mad. Like I said, that's not my first, second, probably not my third choice either. But I wouldn't be mad about it. I could see what teams are seeing with this guy. But he would have to really get in a situation, man, where he got the right system, the right coaches that can bring more out of him as a quarterback throwing the ball. Because he struggled a lot in college with that. So I could see it, man. I could definitely see it. Sean Glover's in the building. What's up with you, Sean? How you been doing, brother? Says wired is always best for this type of user. Yeah, as I was researching to see what possibly could be my problems, everything I ran across said you need to be on Ethernet. When you streaming or you like broadcasting like this. So went ahead and got the Ethernet set up, and I like it, man. Like the laptop isn't as flexible as it normally would, because I could usually just pick it up and go to the kitchen, go to the bedroom, whatever. But I see the benefit of it, man. I see it. That everything is faster. Everything is faster. Facebook user said, "What's going on, fam? What's happening with Facebook user? How you doing? Rusty is in the building. What's up, Rusty? How you doing, bro? Terry gonna lose my respect if we don't. Rusty coming here to bang. Terry gonna lose my respect if we don't at least reach out to Lamar and hear his side of the story. It just makes too much sense for both sides for them not to even conversate. I agree, Rusty. I agree, man. I totally agree, dog. Totally agree. You know, we on the same side of the fence as far as that goes, Rusty. My guy David Starks is in the building. What's up with you, David? How you doing tonight, bro? How you doing? Let's see here who we got. Winston, a real one. Winston said, "Congratulations, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you." ATL ATLAX. I hope I'm saying it right. Says, "Hey, congrats, bro. Thank you very much, man. I really do appreciate that. Thank you." Dre King said, "Yes, sir. Congratulations. Thank you, Dre. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot." Miss B is in the building. How you doing tonight? Miss B says, "I seen the Colts might be trained for Lamar." Hey, I think it's a strong possibility, man. I really do. I can see him going to Indianapolis. I really can see that. They got the number 4 draft pick also. I can see that. I definitely can see him ending up in Indianapolis. I definitely can see that. Ms. B also says, please get AR-15 or somebody. These thespians are freaking annoying at this point. Man, boy, oh no, man. I think the Matt Ryan fanatics turned to thespians on us, man. Like, I don't know. I get supporting the quarterback of your team, but man, like, I don't know. Desmond really got some hardcore fanatics right now, man. Them thespians, they be out there, man. They be they some straight goons on the internet, boy. Golly, I have to be careful with them. You know, stuff that I say. Let's see. Wallace says, because with us signing, man, you know I'm from Middle Georgia, man. I can't be pronouncing. I can't be pronouncing word. I can't be pronouncing stuff like that, man. Goldman coming back and saying signing Gaziana today. I don't see us sign a defensive tackle with our 8th pick. I can see I see what you're saying. Possible position overload, but hey, man. I don't think you can never have too many, good or potentially great interior linemen or just defensive linemen in general. I'll just say that, man. Not kind of like with linebackers, man. Rotate them in, rotate them out. Somebody get hurt, you get somebody to pick up the slack. But I see your point as well. I do. Ray Ellison, what's up, Tyler? What's up with you, Ray? How's it going? How's it going? See, Zigzag says we don't need Lamar. What's popping with you, Zigzag? Welcome. I dig it. Wallace said, and congrats on your accomplishment and keep up the great content. Thank you very much, Wallace, man. I appreciate you, bro. Like I said earlier, me and you, we always be in the comments on YouTube going back and forth, man. I see you in there all the time. Appreciate the support, man. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. My guy Armani is in the building. Says, I came to bang. What's up, Armani? Bang on him, man. I got my drink tonight too, dog. Let's get it. Let's go. Mills in 1967 say, F them picks. Let's see what Lamar time out. Hey, I'm with you, dog. I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. David says, I want Lamar, but what does the front office want? That's a great question. Great question. Tyler, where you say you're from? I'm from Warner Robins, Georgia, man, which we call the War Town. We right next to Macon, Georgia. 478 stand up, bro. I'm like 90 minutes from downtown Atlanta, south. I-75 south. Went to Warner Robins High School, man. My guy Millie Mills is in the building. Says, Tyler, what's good? What's happening with your player? What's going on? What's happening? Armani said, go get Lamar Jackson. F them picks. Hey, bro. Hey, Armani, yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, y'all. So before we dig deep into the Lamar talk, what y'all thought about free agent? Y'all know how we do. We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it solid. We're gonna keep it a brick. What did y'all think about what we've done thus far in free agency? Hey, feel free to be honest. In fact, please be honest. If you think we did a fantastic job, share that with us. Say, hey, Tyler, boy, I think boy, we lit. We did great at free agency. Now, if you like unsure about the free agents, hey, keep it real with us on that too. Hey, Tyler, boy, I don't know about these guys we done picked up, but like, ooh, we spent that money on that. So, what do y'all think, man? I'm real interested on what everybody think about free agency, and then before it gets too late, we'll kind of roll into the Lamar Jackson talk. With his revelation that he got on his Twitter, say, "Yo, this shit over, bro. This relationship over." You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to trade me. We'll talk about that. But let's talk about our free agency real quick, if y'all don't mind. Ms. B said yes, they act like he is some savior or something, like they can see the future and just know he is gonna be this superstar. I just don't get it. We can only wait and see. So sensitive. Yeah, there is a lot of faith being put into Desmond Ritter, and he hasn't really proven anything yet. Hasn't proven anything yet. 4 games, and as I say all the time, man, third round pick. You know, um, and it's so abnormal for a franchise like the Falcons, who went through a new regime change, new general, well, just a whole new upper coach, upper management, all that stuff, rebuilding, building their cap space back up. For the new administration just to come in and, hey, this is the third rounder, he's gonna take us to the next level. You don't see that. That's like, and I've been trying to think too, Miss B, like, where can I don't recall any other franchise, and y'all let me know if you can recall, or if you know offhand, but I don't recall any other franchise taking this rebuilding approach, you know. And I'm not saying that no third rounder has never had success with a team, but I'm just saying the way we're doing it. Normally, like we talked about the other day, Russell Wilson and Dak, they were not drafted to come in and start doing a rebuild. That's not the trajectory that those teams took. And like when I be on Twitter, Miss B, like I be like, they hardcore on Twitter. I'm talking about they hardcore on Twitter about it, man. I'll be like, man, I'm not even gonna argue with y'all about this. Just for real, man. How are y'all, like you say, how are y'all so sure? Like he didn't look all that in them 4 games. And then if Fontenot and Arthur Smith go into next season with him, he only started 4 games. And y'all really think he that experienced, or he ready now to potentially win 10 or 11 games or more? I don't see it, man. I don't want to be pessimistic about it, but I feel exactly what you're saying, Ms. B. Wallace said, "Okay, I'm from Statesboro, Georgia, Southern in the building. I-16, man, that's a boring interstate, bro. Driving I-16, man, you better have some company with you, or have you a bunch of coffee, cause boy, you're a bitch. Ain't a falling asleep driving down I-16, man." Armani says, "Hey man, called the Jesse Bates signing. I said we needed veterans on the defense, and that's what we got. Great free agency." So Armani says a great free agency period so far. So Armani digging it. Armani said, "Hey, we did a fabulous job, T. Great job so far." Travis says, "I need to copyright Destiny before y'all start making shirts." Hey man, you better go on file your copyright, man. Somebody go put that on the shirt. Somebody go put it on the shirt, bro. Zigzag says Arthur Smith is locked in on Desmond. But why though, Zigzag? Help me understand it, bro. For real, for real. Help me understand, like, why is he like locked in, as you say? Like, make me understand it. Please help me understand it. And I'm gonna try to look at it from an unbiased angle. But help me understand it, bro. Please do. Millie Mill says, "Bro, that other channel be bashing the fuck out of Lamar Jackson like he ain't a great talent or something, like he can't help our offense." Like the Millie got me in here. I've been trying not to cuss on YouTube, but you got me here cussing. But man, I'm just gonna say this, man. As far as that go, Millie, agendas, man. People have agendas. People have agendas. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And I'm not gonna go deep in too deep into this, but a lot of it is based off the quarterback wars that this fan base has been embroiled in. A lot of people don't want Lamar Jackson simply because they feel like it's a reincarnation of Michael Vick. You know, like a lot of the pro Matt Ryan guys, they don't want Lamar Jackson because they feel like, well, you're going back to Vic. So I think they feel like, well, now the Vic guy is gonna have one up on us by bringing Lamar back. So people just have those agendas when you're talking about Lamar Jackson. And Lamar never played it down for the Falcons. He probably may not play it down ever in his career for the Falcons. I watched Michael Vick play for the Falcons, but I'm here to tell you, Lamar is a better quarterback than Vic was. He is. Now you might argue, Vic was better running the ball, but when it comes to like throwing, pocket presence, footwork, Lamar's better. So I feel like a lot of it boils down to that quarterback war, man. People still picking sides, and I see it and I recognize it. I try my best not to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? But I see through virtually most BS. You know what I'm saying? That's what it all boils down to. A lot of people just don't want what they perceive as a reincarnation of Michael Vick. That's why when people talk against us trading for Lamar, what do they like to say? Well, y'all just want to be crunk and y'all just want to be lit. Y'all just want to be entertained. Well, sports is a form of entertainment, genius. Yeah. I don't want to go to a professional event where I done paid upwards of $150 and be bored out of my mind. That's some of it. Shit. I don't care who the quarterback is, but I don't want to be bored. And I love my Falcons, man, but I'm gonna be real. And I'm sure a lot of y'all go to the game. I know for a fact Kelly go to a whole bunch of games. But man, these last few years, I love my team, bro. And I would love nothing better to do on Sundays and watch Falcons football. But it's been a little bit boring. It's been a little bit boring going to the stadium sometimes. I'm gonna keep it funky. It be quiet. Don't hold nobody be there. So that got something to do with it. People do want to be entertained. Sports is a form of entertainment. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. We want to win too. But yeah, there's some entertainment value there. But I'll leave it at that, man. Can't nobody tell you with a straight face that Lamar Jackson ain't one of the better quarterbacks in the league. They can't nobody tell you that with a straight face. Rusty Moore says, aside from Bates, I'm not too excited about 81. Dudes are overhyping. I can't pronounce that name yet, y'all. Y'all gotta have to work with me. Told you I'm a country boy. Ellis got this contract off of an 11-game sample size last year. So Rusty said, hey, he good with Bates, but all this rest of this stuff that they don't sign, like, hey, I don't know about all that. Rusty said he don't know about all that. And I dig it, Rusty. I dig it. I can definitely dig it. Hold on here. Let me catch this comment real quick, y'all. Just a second. Travis Preston, 478 till I'm going. There we go, baby. Middle of Georgia, man. The heart of Georgia. The heart of Georgia. 478, stand up. Facebook user says, what's up? Tired to get Lamar now. Give up the 24 and the 25th first round picks. We need to win now, and I'm tired of damn losing. That's what I meant too, bro. We just talked about that. The question, what a statement that Millie just made. And we talked about entertainment value, but like, man, Lamar wins 75% of his games. It ain't like we trying to trade for somebody who's not a proven winner. And then, I know the next thing people will say, well, he's only 1-3 in the playoffs. But yeah, he's 24, 25 years old. 24, 25 years old. It ain't a lot of Patrick Mahomes is out there, people. I'm talking about guys who come in the league winning in their early 20s, 2 Super Bowls went before they're 27, 28 years. Lamar was going to the playoffs when he's 21, 22, 23. He technically ain't really hit the prime of his career, his prime years yet. Normally when quarterbacks kind of get toward the late mid part of their 20s, maybe 26, 27, 28, early part of their 30s, that's their prime years. Those are typically their prime years. Mills in 1967 said, I think we done better this year in free agents than we have done in the past. I could dig that. We had some money to spend too, so that helped us out greatly as well. Wallace says, I think we have some good moves so far to fill some of the holes that we haven't added more depth on the defensive front. Yeah, and that was a key thing as well. So I agree with you on that, Wallace. KG, check it in for you too. Signing Lamar wouldn't put them in cap hell. It takes a lot of bad contracts and years of bad management to get in cap hell. Now's the time to get him with the young officer talent on rookie deals. KG, bro, like, preach to these people, bro. They don't get in cap hell. Well, get in cap hell. Man, New Orleans been supposed to be in cap hell for 10 plus years, man. They still go out there and sign who they want. They still went out. They still went and just broke Derek Carr. What Derek Carr just got 40 million? They still go out there. They sign who they want. It's you just said a whole lot with that, man. And you make a real key statement too, KG. We took Kyle Pitts at number 4. We took Drake London at number 8. There are some cheap rookie deals right now. So it's kind of the most opportune time to go ahead and get a big quarterback contract while you got your high equity draft picks on rookie contracts because you just paid Lindstrom. So it's kind of that time. And then that way, let's say hypothetically you do trade for Lamar, right? Hypothetically. We've been knocked off about 3 years of Lamar's contract before we have to deal with Kyle or Drake. You see what I'm saying? So you make a point. You don't want to get to the part where you got to pay Kyle 18, 19 million a year. You got to pay Drake 21, 22 million a year. Then let's say Ritter is the guy. Now Ritter gonna want shit. I ain't no telling what a market to be when he get his money. If he ends up being real good, yeah, maybe 52, 50. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna have to go. So you might as well go ahead and get that big dog contract while you got an opportunity to right now. You might as well. Antonio Holloway says, as long as we don't pass catch, I think you mean to say as long as we don't get a pass catcher, I'm good. Dre said, I think we made a few solid pickups. Majority of them feel like depth signers. I agree with you on that. Definitely agree with you on that. Russ says, I don't believe McGarry actually signed the contract yet. Something to keep an eye on. I've been seeing that, bro. It's kind of strange. David says, I like what we did in free agency. We got good players that should help. It's not a great free agency class. Free agency as a whole this year was kind of a down year. It would be like that a year we finally get some money. But they should free up some of our better players to make plays. We're supposed to have a lot of money next year too. So we'll see. Kelly says, give us a B-. I'm sure we'd have went a lot better if we were an attractive destination for free agency. I agree. And that's what happened when, man, you go like 5 straight years of losing. Don't nobody want to really play for you. They'll come to your city and party and have a good time, but spending my next 3 to 5 years, they're like, I'm good, Atlanta. Unless y'all gonna overpay. Millie Mill says, okay, you taught him as B, my bad. Travis says Desmond was rid of faster than Ryan Knight with the Matt. It did take the Matt Ryan fanatics a few years before they got attached to Matt. You make a good point, but these Desmonds came in like, boy, it's like, boy, we're like, yeah, what, like, how y'all attached to him so fast? Like, boy, they just was instant, man, just instantly jumping on him. I'm gonna bring my guy Winston Thorne in the building. How you doing tonight, Winston?
What's going on, bro?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling, can't call it, man. Long day and just winding down the night. How's everything going on your side?
Ain't about the same. Ain't about the same.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening. We talking about free agency, Winston. So I'm gonna bring you in, put you on the spot. I know you got a SHIT load of knowledge about the Falcons. So give us some insight, your opinions, your perspective on how you feel like we did free agency thus far, because I know it's not over.
Right now, I got us at a B. I got us at a B. I like what we did on defense, but at the same time, there's so many. Well, not even so many. I'm looking for one more piece, either the pass rusher or the cornerback. It's one of the two. I don't want to go in the draft needing both of them. I need one of the two out of free agency. So right now, I give him a B. With the McGarry not signing, I think it could be just to keep flexibility to rework his contract, give him guarantee, and we could move that money towards Lamar. Because we still have a restructure left and graded to open up more money. We sitting there right now like 24. I want to say 24 million.
Yeah, something like that.
So if we restructure graded, that's like another 10, 11. So we at like 34, five, 6 for the draft, 28 ish. So it's a lot of things that's still in motion. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I give it a B. I want a pass rusher or a cornerback before we go to the draft.
Okay, I know you mentioned cornerback. Do you think Hayward, our corner opposite of AJ, of course, he has 1 year left on his deal. I think if we were to cut him or release him, um, I think we say 5 million on the cap, and I
Five.
think it is five.
Hmm.
And I think the dead cap hit is only 2 million. So, what are your opinions on that? Do you keep Hayward around because it really don't do a lot for the salary cap, or do you let him go and try to upgrade in free agency, like you said, or do you go draft the guy? What's your thoughts?
Right now, to be honest, I would keep Hayward. I would keep Hayward because it's not really his cost ain't that much. We just brought in Mike Hughes. Mike Hughes, 9 times 10, he's going to the nickel. Hughes is not big on the outside, so you still need an outside corner. If we draft a corner, then you know Hayward probably would start like the first 2 games, 3 games. Then you bring the rookie in, get his feet wet, let him rock. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, either way you put it, Hayward's not gonna be here next season. I mean, after next season.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
it's a safety valve because we didn't have that last year when we brought in Hayward, and then he ended up getting hurt. So
Yeah,
we need a smart. If they are a smart regime, you keep a safety valve. We cannot go into the same situation that we ran into last year when he went down.
yeah. And the thing about that, man, him and AJ end up missing games together, bro. And our cornerback depth was just terrible, man. Teams were scorching us. It looked bad. It looked very bad when they both went out. And I will agree with you, keeping him around, like you said, that does give you that safety valve. He's not costing us a whole lot. We don't save a whole lot by cutting him. So I would agree in keeping him. The only way I really would foresee them maybe releasing him if that Lamar thing does coming to fruition, and maybe today we need this $5 million right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So that's the only way I see that happening. But you say you give us a B, right? Or did you say a B
but
minus? B,
nah, solid B.
solid B. Okay, so that's pretty good. You know, That's pretty good. Can't complain about that at all. I'm gonna bring our guy Kelly in. What's up with you, Playboy? How's it going tonight, bro?
Man, what's up with you? Everything good?
What's
Everything
going
great.
on, bro?
What's up, man? Congratulations and on your 1K
Thank you,
Oh
bro.
yeah, big fact.
and keep going.
Congratulations, bro.
Appreciate it, y'all. Thank y'all very much, man. Y'all, especially y'all too. Y'all always support your boy, rock hard with your boy. I'm gonna bring David in. David always be rock with me, man.
What's
So
going
thank you
on,
very
bro?
much,
What's
fellas.
going on, fella?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, Dave?
And man, take David out of the screen, man. He got them Carolina Panthers colors on, man.
Hey man, get
Cut,
off
cut,
me, man.
man,
I
man.
got the same clothes sometime, mother, man.
Hey, man, mute his mic, man.
Get off me, man. I got the
What
same
they do
clothes sometime,
on
mother,
partner
man.
in the Russia? Mute his mic, man.
Hey, but we're gonna go with you, Kelly. We talking about free agency, bro. Like, give us, share your knowledge with us. Give us your thoughts, your perspective on how you feel the Falcons did in free agency. Where you think they fell short at?
um, like my comment where I was saying, I just feel like if we were a more attractive destination, then you probably get those veteran deals where they come in and take a discount or a veteran minimum and things like that, and you could really fill in a lot of depth that way, like how you saw Jarvis Landry on that deal going to New Orleans and things like that. Um,
Mm.
and I think that's an area where you get a lot of depth and you're not overpaying as much. Because people want to ride the last couple of years of their career and chase a ring.
Yeah,
Um, that's my only thing. And I'm also kind of interested. I want to know what the misses were. Like how we gauging against like who did we miss? Um, but other
Kelly.
than
I
that,
I think we missed, and this probably just my UGA fanboy coming out, but McCole Hartman, bro, 6.5 million.
yeah,
I would have loved to jump on that one.
I think our biggest miss Bobby Wagner.
But
Wow.
We should
he
have
went back to Seattle, didn't he?
we should have
yeah, he
he
went
went back
back.
to Seattle.
Wow.
We should, and I think he went for like
Did not
like
did not
7 mil.
see that did not see that coming.
We
Wow.
should have went on kicked him a 1 year for 10 mil.
Yeah.
Brought him in, and then hey, let's see what you still got, and then we can rework this after the season.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Get him in there first. Get him in the building, and then
Hold on, fellas.
you
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm
go out
saying.
and come back in. I'm echoing for some reason.
Okay.
That's because you got them loud ass Carolina Panther colors on.
Yeah, I think our free agency probably goes a lot different. If we are coming off a whole bunch of winning seasons. Um, and that's my only thing. I think we got a lot of. He used the money and we got the depth, but it's a lot of it aren't exactly like wow picks. Like, oh my god, we got a future All Pro on the team.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, they were solid signings. I mean, you can't give him anything less than a B, I don't think, because they were all solid.
Yeah, I agree on that. Dave, where you at with free agency, bro? How you feel about everything? Share your opinion.
I think we did a good job. I mean, it just wasn't a whole bunch out there right now. The thing, like I said,
I think you freezing, Dave.
Hey, bro,
yeah,
you all right?
I'm still some going on my phone right now.
No. What you want to
I'm
talk
putting up.
about is them Carolina Panthers number one overall pick. That's what it
Hey, Winston, man, you gonna get
is.
off me, man, if I'm closing everything.
No, that shirt need to get off you.
Let me try going back out and coming back in again, fellas.
All right, bro.
Hey, no, you good though. We can hear you. Go ahead.
You there, Dave?
It
Oh
might
no,
be a
he got it.
delay.
Yeah, he got a delay.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna bring in ATL Georgia Faithful. What's happening with your player?
What's up, Toddy?
Shit, I
What's
What's
up,
can't
going
hear
on,
y'all?
you.
man? All right.
Hey, man, don't knock me. I got blue on too, but they ain't got nothing to do with them kitty cats, bro.
Hey man. As long as you don't come in talking about the number one overall pick, we all right.
Hey, I got a question for you. So, like, I'm kind of with Toddy on the Miko Hardman thing, and then I also want to know how much better do y'all think Jesse Bates is than Gardner Johnson?
It depends. It depends on what you're looking for in that position.
If,
Gardner Johnson. Gardner Johnson is really a Tyrann Matthew type player. He's a star role player. You can put him at safety, free safety, move him down, put him in the nickel, or you can move him to outside linebacker. He can play all that.
Gardner can't do that.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Gardner Johnson.
Okay.
All right. So then, yeah, Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates is really that middle field, Earl Thomas, Ricardo Allen type player. So it all depends on what you're looking for. Now, if you want to run more man, you probably would want to go more with a Jesse Bates. If you want to be multiple and be able to just move pieces all around the board, you go with a Gardner Johnson.
I got you. So what I don't really understand, like Gardner, he signed that 1-year deal, right? And we don't know what we got in Ritter. So, I mean, Jesse Bates and Gardner, like I like Jesse Bates. I just thought maybe, we could have got Gardner for a 1-year deal, see what the deal is with Ritter, instead of investing so much money in the safety like Bates, what y'all's thoughts on that?
I like the Bates signing, but I tend to agree with what I think you're alluding. I think we did overpay for him, just to be honest. But that go kind of like what Kelly was saying, like we not a real attractive free agent destination. So to get high quality talent here, man, they gonna tax us an extra $2 or $3 million a year.
And I give our signings like a B so far too. Jesse Bates, the big signing, and then everybody else kind of just filling depth. I mean, Onyemata, I don't know how good he is. Hopefully he's better than I think he is. And hopefully Grady will push it. You know what I'm saying?
But ball. He ball. He ain't a big name, but he definitely ball. But see, what a lot of people get hung up on with the Jesse Bates signing is the overall number at 64. But in all actuality, we could cut Jesse Bates after 2 seasons. He's gonna get what? I want to say he's gonna get 24. No, 36. So you getting 24 this year and then 12 next season. And after that, like his guaranteed money is done. You know what I'm saying? Or pretty much done. So like we can cut him after season after that. See what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be as big of an issue as everybody thinks it's gonna be. It's just more about get him in the building. Let's get him in the building, and then we can figure out what we'll do with that later on.
Hey Wallace, your background music on kind of high. Can you turn it down a little bit?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Go ahead, Winston. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm good.
So it sounds like pretty much everybody in agreement that we did pretty good, fairly good, in free agency. I like for the very most part what we did. Like I said, I think we gave Bates a little too much, but I figured that was going to be the case. Anybody else that's out there now that y'all want us to grab?
Go ahead, Kel.
I mean, the only name, Yannick, but like he's just like another outside linebacker. We really don't have that traditional defensive end in my mind. We got a lot of outside linebacker hybrid guys, so I don't really see the need for Yannick.
And Wallace, you had a real interesting point on why you think we won't get Jalen Carter. Can you repeat that for me?
Yeah, because we got Onyemata, Goldman coming back, and they just signed this Graziano guy today. So is it really their need to pick up Jalen Carter with the 8th pick? Because you can always get a D tackle, 2nd round, 3rd round, if need be.
Yeah.
Keanu Benton out of Wisconsin might be a good pickup if he slide to the 3rd.
Hey, but at the same time, you gotta look at it. Grady gonna be 30. This season, Grady gonna be 30.
Yeah.
If Jalen Carter there, you bring him in. Why? Because at the end of the day, when Grady retired in a couple of years, you have his replacement. He's been groomed underneath him. You know what I'm saying?
If somebody like Taquan Graham or somebody don't make it out of camp, then I'm willing to let that go in order to retain Jalen Carter. Like somebody on that bottom of that pile just gonna have to be on practice squad or go. It is what it is.
It's the
What was
whole bunch
Taquan,
of
a 5th round pick?
Might be 6, maybe.
no. I
Like he
think
was,
it was up.
man.
Okay, so we didn't spend pretty much anything on him then.
No, it ain't too much money, but he was showing up last year. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he
you
did
got to
have
see,
flash.
how healthy he is when he come back into camp with the injury and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like, what's dude's name? Not Anthony Russell.
Goldman.
No, well Goldman probably only gonna have a year. This is pretty much gonna be like a prove it deal for Goldman. Goldman, so they played last year, and then you dipped off and retired. So how fully invested are you into playing football? That's the biggest thing.
Didn't he come back?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I look at him. He's expendable. If it's a decision between retaining Goldman or drafting Jalen Carter, I mean that's not a difficult decision for him.
Yeah,
you better bet it.
Hey, real quick. Somebody said something about Rush. Does any of y'all know what happened to Rush and why he got cut?
They wanted to go more martial man.
He may be one of the practice squad guys right now because
He got cut.
That's about all I've heard about Anthony Rush.
Somebody picked him up. I don't know where he went, but somebody picked him up. Yeah.
Somebody picked
I
him
don't
up.
know if he made it with him, but I know he got picked up. Now where he at now, I don't know.
Yeah, I was just wondering. I didn't know if I assume it was some off the field stuff because I thought he was doing decent. Then out of the blue, he's gone. So I was just wondering if any of y'all knew anything about that.
No, what they were trying to do, they were trying to get a whole bunch of players of the similar build as graded Jared. If you look across the line, moves 290, 290, 290, 290, all the way across the line.
Right.
And it's more on trying to be multiple so you can move everybody around or whatever. But if you ain't got a big body in the middle to sit and claw stuff up, none of the rest of the stuff you're trying to do is going to work.
Right. Hey, well, I appreciate y'all.
I mean, we go back to a 4-3 because that's what Nielsen runs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Would you say ATL Joy the Faithful?
I said I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna hop back off though.
Hey, before you go, man, let everybody know where they can find you on YouTube, bro.
Oh yeah, just ATL GA Faithful. That's it right there.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming on, man. Don't be a stranger.
Hey, be safe out there, brother.
Appreciate it.
But I don't think we changed it to a 4-3 because you look at the lineup we got. It look like we got the same defensive front with the outside linebacker instead of the big defensive end.
So what? We gonna have Ellis rushing? That's why we signed Ellis. We gonna have him rushing.
He may be rushing, or he may be playing. He may play middle linebacker because they still haven't signed Evans back yet. So he could play the middle linebacker.
They haven't signed Evans back yet, but did they see it? Because that's kind of confusing to me because I just don't think I didn't see enough out of Troy Anderson. I don't know what they saw to think he can take over in that middle.
Me neither.
I really didn't see enough out of it. Not to at least bring back Evans at least another year, at least one more year.
Right. But if you look at the way they got the defense when they signed Lorenzo Carter back, and then they didn't bring over Davenport or another big defensive end, then that kind of lets me know that we're probably gonna stay in this same defensive front, but be multiple.
Right. Oh well. Okay. Well, I guess. Well, maybe Evans and Malone. Maybe they better fit in a 3-4 scheme.
Right.
I just don't. I think they operate better out of 4-3 where you got interior linemen sucking up blocks and trying to let them use their speed to get around the edges of tackles. But
yes, I mean we probably still gonna run some 4-3, But if you look at the front, we got 9 for them outside linebackers, and we ain't bringing no big defensive end, then we're probably gonna stay in that same front, but just use it multiple ways. Because most of the time we're gonna be in nickel anyway.
Right, yeah. Because who are we? Do we got the Vikings this year? Do we got a lot of spread formation teams this year? Lot of 4 and 5 personnel. Lot of 4 and 5 receiver sets.
We're playing AFC North and
yeah. Well, okay, the AFC North. Yeah, we got the Bengals.
And the
no. Hold on. Now I thought we playing NFC North and
NFC North,
AFC West. I think.
Oh yeah.
Is it the West or the East?
Oh,
we got Indy.
I believe.
Ain't it?
I can't pull it up because I'm on my phone.
Okay.
I think it's NFC North and AFC West. Well, it might be.
No, it's the South. I think we're playing Jacksonville this year. We just the South.
We got
AFC
Indy
South.
this year because they're supposed to be Matt Ryan's return.
That's even worse.
Yeah, but we got AFC South.
Yeah, it's the
AFC South.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember this year will probably be the year Matt Ryan came back to Atlanta.
Yep.
Right.
And that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like Matt Ryan ain't come back. Calvin really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
that a home game?
They're talking about the Jacksonville one?
Yeah.
That's road.
That's a road game?
Yeah, I had it on the calendar.
That'll be a good game to go to there.
Yeah,
I had it on the calendar.
All right, y'all. Let's pivot to the Lamar Jackson talk. I'm gonna actually start and ask you, Wallace, what do you think? You think the Falcons are back in the Lamar Jackson sweepstakes? Do you think is even a wise idea to acquire Lamar Jackson in the trade?
I mean, if the organization will want to go that direction, I wouldn't have no problem with it. But at this point, I don't think they're gonna even just consider it. I don't think. Because had we heard this news before, like he said in his little tweet that he put in that request to be traded on March the 2nd, then maybe it might have been a different story on the outlook of what, they probably would have at least tried to see what he wants.
So you don't think Fontenot gonna get on that phone and call nobody?
No, I think since they don't play their hand already, so I don't know. Like you say, but like I be telling you, Taddy, our organization don't give you tips on nothing. All we know is when it happens, it happens.
Especially the new crew, you're right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it seemed like the Metroff crew, they played their hand a little bit more, but like Fontenot them there, you'll never know what he do.
You don't know nothing. Just like he said, well, we don't know if Riddle's our quarterback or not. And then now look what Tyler Heineke said. Well, I'm coming here to be the backup and Riddle's the star.
Yeah. And the thing about that, you make a good point with Heineke saying that, but we still ain't getting a GM and the coach to say it yet. That's strange to me.
If that was the plan from the jump, then why avoid the question the entire offseason? Every time they were asked, they could not say yes, really is our quarterback. So I don't get what's the point of avoiding it if he was the plan the whole time.
Right.
That doesn't make sense to me.
It don't.
They could have, but you know how they trying to do. They trying to do like a Belichick thing. Well, I ain't giving you no information to give you no plans of which direction we gonna go.
I think he was the insurance policy.
No, because like Belichick came out last offseason. Hey, Mac Jones is our guy. We gonna try to build around Mac Jones. This is what we gonna do. For a GM and a head coach to go this far into the offseason and have him say, hey, well, he's gonna be our guy. They looking at other options, and if they can make it shake, they can make it shake.
Yeah, I think he's the insurance policy. If something can't shake, then there you go. That's our guy. We never said he wasn't our guy.
Yeah.
But the fact that you ain't committed to him with it's not like they weren't asked directly. Every single time they got in front of a microphone, somebody asked them directly. It's not like they weren't
what you
asked. They
gonna do?
just didn't.
Multiple times at that, man. Multiple times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all, ATL Georgia Faithful got a question. What teams do you think will trade for him besides the Falcons? Anybody want to grab that?
You got Indianapolis. You got Houston. I don't know whether he want to go to Houston, but you got Houston. You got just about and who else? Who else is at the top? Who else? Okay, you got
Patriots.
one team.
Hey, I'm tell y'all who you might not need to sleep on. Who out there clearing a lot of salary cap right now? Think. Who out there clearing their books right now or trying to clear their books? Think about it.
Hold on. Let's see.
The boys from Cashville, Tennessee.
Arizona's trying to get him like
Tennessee.
Yeah, but see, Tennessee just drafted a quarterback. And Tannehill come back.
Yeah.
You talking about Malik?
Yeah. Tannehill coming back. You can pretty much pencil that in. Tannehill come back.
Now, if they can get Lamar, I think they move out Tannehill. Malik,
almost
to me, he ain't. I don't think Malik will. That's like Malik Willis to Tennessee would be like if we get Lamar Desmond Ritter to us, like, okay, you're a third round pick, you expendable. In fact, he might be the person in the trade.
Did they end the trade?
Yeah.
The situation that just makes the most sense to me is DC, and I get they got the sale of the thing that's in place, but if I'm Snyder, man, I'd do it just to give the ultimate, middle finger to the league.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing though. Because if you look at it, what Washington done, like they re-signed Deron Payne, but his first payment on his re-sign isn't until May. It's like May 12th, May 13th, something in that neighborhood. So what they're doing is they're trying to get the team sold before then, and then the new owner had to pay that.
Man, I do. I don't know if Lamar would want to come to DC, but man, that just makes too much sense because the way the rest of that division looks, I don't see how they coming out of that without a quarterback. Not with Sam Howell.
No.
And then you gotta look at it. The head coach is Jack Del Rio. Who he coached? Cam Newton. It's pretty much a similar style, except Cam was bigger.
And, I'm gonna play this clip real quick, y'all. Louis Riddick was on Rich Eisen, and they start talking about the Falcons and Lamar. So I'm gonna play this, and then y'all tell me what y'all think about it. Let me pull it up.
Teams can go through and they can figure it out. What teams can go for? Yeah, unfortunately, I believe Atlanta has already said no. But that would be absolutely freaking perfect. I mean, the system that Arthur runs down there, Arthur Smith, is perfect for Lamar. Oh my God. It's perfect. A run-centric, now I'm not talking quarterback run-centric, a running back run-centric, 12 personnel, 13 personnel on first and second down, multiple tight ends. I mean, I think people know, what we're talking about here. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver, where they love to smash the football, get the quarterback out on the perimeter off of play action, easy throws over the middle, deep shots down the outside because you're pounding people, getting 8 people in the box, getting one-on-one coverage. That's and then when you need him, to maybe say, hey, look, I need you to give us some of that magic now. So now we're going to run quarterback boot. We're going to run a keeper, and we're going to need you to take off. Now we're going to run quarterback power down here on the goal line like Ryan Tannehill used to do when Arthur Smith was calling plays in Tennessee, and we're going to be the most deadliest offense in the red zone in the NFL with you because we add that extra component of your legs to the game plan. Are you kidding? He'd be perfect there.
Well, I'd have to say I'd agree. I'd agree with Louis Riddick's assessment. You know, because Lamar would be because who be able to cover me? Who would be able to cover me if he decides to take off in the red zone? And I just want to kind of add something here for this Lamar get hurt all the time crowd. I want to ask him a question. I want to pose this question to him. If Lamar was so much of Baltimore's running game, would he have some of them injuries?
There you go.
Good question.
The man accounted for over 85% of their offense since he been there.
And let's remember, people, those Baltimore, J.K. Dobbins was on IR for IR one year. Gus Edwards was on IR 1 year. The Baltimore running backs stay hurt.
They had Ty the Goat, Devontae Freeman, season 4 last.
Goat Freeman came in there looking good late in his career, man. My boy was looking good late in his career.
Yeah, he did though. He wasn't too spectacular, but he definitely served the purpose.
Yeah, he did. He gave us some good reps, some good runs. But it's gonna be interesting how this end up, man. And one thing that's kind of funny to me is, supposedly it was reported the Falcons are out on Lamar, right? That was reported about a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's odd to me now is like with Lamar coming out with his tweet, now all of a sudden Vegas got us in a lot of these sports books. We're like the odds-on favorite in some sports books to get Lamar. So it's like, what a misinformation coming in there? Because if we really are supposed to be out on him, and I don't know if y'all gamble on that, but them people that run them casinos and sports books, they ain't dumb. You feel what I'm saying? They ain't stupid. So, and I think you put that in the group the day earlier, didn't you, Winston?
Yeah, drafting on Bednut.
Right. So why are we one of the favorites if we supposedly supposed to be out on Lamar? Like, this whole thing is I'm just trying to put the pieces to the puzzle together and make it make sense in my head, if that makes sense.
I put it to you like that.
Try to make it make sense with this front office. Like, nothing makes sense with this front office.
But why are we the only team that they pushing Lamar to instead of other teams that might need quarterbacks as well?
Because like George really said, it makes the most sense.
It makes the most sense. Schematically wise, money wise, future wise, it makes the most sense. You gotta look at it. Like, all right, Deshaun Watson got paid $1 million last season.
Yeah, on the cap, right?
On the cap.
He got paid $1 million.
Yeah, well, we
have 24 million left. Next season, we are already projected to be at 68 million, which was more than what we had this offseason. We already projected at 68, and then with a couple more moves, we'll be at close to 100. If we get if we get Lamar Jackson in here now, at age 25, about to be 26, pay him around $14 million. We could turn around and pay him about 56 next year. All right, that'll put him at $70 million that he not already earned. Then you bring his number down. Then you float him around like 35 for the next 3-4 years. It just makes the most sense. We have a run-based offense, building a defense up the middle so you're not going to run on us. We can try to control the clock. The offense just going to tight end over the middle. Same thing he was doing in Baltimore. We got the outside receiver with London. They're going to give you a 50-50. We got Mac Holland on the other side. They're still going to give you the 50-50. Like, it just makes the most sense. And our team is young.
And they also said later on in that that they interviewed Riddick and Rich Eisen. They said it's not that some of these teams don't want him on their team. they said for some of these teams, or some of the, I should say some of these owners, they said it's a cash flow issue. They said, man, some of these owners, contrary to what you might really believe, some of them ain't in the best position to just hand over a $200 million check for one player to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cash flow issue for some owners, not all of them, but for some of them. And Rich Eisman made a real good point. I started to play it, but it's kind of long. But he was saying the reason Lamar put that tweet out today is he was talking to owners, and he used Arthur Blank as an example. And like y'all said, everybody got him point toward the Falcons because it makes so much sense. But he said he was talking specifically to the owners like Arthur Blank, like, hey, come get me. I'm not going to play in Baltimore anymore. It's going to be interesting to see how this play out at the end of the day.
Baltimore's still in the driver's seat, though. And that's the thing that's scary.
Yeah. Right.
But they ain't got to trade nobody. Like, whatever offer sheet gets presented, I mean, they could basically, even if they do want to trade them, they could do what Green Bay doing right now. Just sit there and hold until they get the deal they want. To me, who wants to go through that? Like, who wants to wait till?
He's got to sign that tag first, though, before they trade him, don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
That tag is pretty much like a no trade clause. Like if anybody send him anything, they have 5 days to match it.
They got 5 days to match.
They got 5 days to match. Baltimore has to accept it, bring it to him like, hey, look, this is what we're looking at. Be good with it. How you feel? And he be like, all right, I'm good with it too. You got to sign this paperwork. You got to sign this paperwork for us to send you there. If you don't like it, he got to find a say on turning that down. Baltimore can't move him without his okay, because he got to sign the paperwork.
This reminds me of when Baby and Lil Wayne were split, and then 50 Cent said, y'all stay out of this, because as soon as they make up, they're going to remember everybody who was in the middle of the beef or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like they're getting back together. Lamar and Baltimore are going to get back together. As soon as an offer sheet is presented, they're going to be like, all right, welcome home. And everybody who was in the mix is just going to get left holding the bag. Like, Dad, we put all our eggs in this basket. It went past the draft, so, like, we don't have any other option but to run with Ritter at this point. And Baltimore, and all of a sudden you see them in the news, they hugging each other. Welcome back home, Lamar. Like,
Kelly, that's an interesting perspective, because I've heard multiple people say that. A lot of people say, well, these teams just don't want to do Baltimore's dirty work for him, because a lot of teams feel like he's gonna end up there anyway, and they don't want to. They don't want to burn. They don't want to make their current quarterbacks feel any kind of way. If we're using the Falcons for example, maybe they don't want to make Ritter feel any kind of way, or whoever, other team's quarterback. I've heard that angle before.
Yeah, we definitely screwed the pooch last year. So they're saying all don't high praise for Matt Ryan, and it said they went after Deshaun Watson. And I'm like, hey, buddy, that didn't work out.
and the crazy thing about it is we had him. I think what really effed us up is Baker Mayfield said what he said or tweeted what he tweeted, and Cleveland got effing desperate and just said, "Bump it. Here go $230 million." Because I know y'all saw that picture when he took that put it on his Instagram. He had the Falcons jersey there too. Looked like he forgot to hide it. You ever seen that picture?
I'm convinced he was coming to Atlanta.
Oh, he was. He was.
Man, he was in the door.
His uncle was even telling people in Atlanta he was coming. This happened at the 12th hour, bro. He was here.
Yeah.
And Cleveland came in with that old dumbass contract right at the end. Well, I'm still hot about that one, man. We wouldn't even be talking about this right now.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I think Terry and them, when this whole facade, like, they got a plan. I think they thought they had a plan, like, from the beginning, and they're just grabbing that stuff. Like it just seems like 'cause even the pursuit of Deshaun just seems so kind of like last minute. Like it didn't seem like that was part of any type of plan. And
Yeah.
I think with this, it's just kind of a delicate balance of like, all right, we got Ritter. We don't want to have the whole Watson Matt situation again. So we got one in the, one in the tank. So hey, let's have this conversation with Chicago. See what it's gonna take to get up. All right, Carolina beat us to that. All right, let's see who out there in free agency. All right, we didn't land anything there. All right, so hey, let's have this conversation with AR-15. Let's see how that's gonna go. I think they're trying to fill all their options out, and I think Lamar's probably like the last option on the table.
I think Ritter the last option on the table.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Ritter probably the last option, but I think any serious pursuit of Lamar is gonna be at least around the draft or after. I think they're gonna try to see if they can go get like I I think they're gonna see what other options are out there before they have to do this. Oh, we know Baltimore are gonna match it kind of disappointment thing. Like I remember I think what Uncle Steve was talking about how he believed that there's still a draft night move, that might be possible. And I wouldn't be surprised either if there was one that they're looking at. I just think that they're probably playing this delicate dance of, hey, Ritter, we're not going to make it publicly, but behind the scenes, Ritter, you're our guy, while we try to figure out what other options there are.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, man. And I know we're gonna say there's plenty of time, but it's hard to fathom that they would potentially risk their careers for a third round pick. It's just kind of
They have not shown nothing substantial yet.
Right, right. Honestly, bro, I
2
would have,
touchdowns in 4 games.
and it did throw a touchdown to the last game, man.
Even the Heineke move seems like an insurance move. The just in case.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Case.
To be honest, I see us making our pick at 8, and then after the draft, it's gonna come out. Hey, we re-engage in conversation, contract negotiation with Lamar Jackson. That's when the move gonna get made, because then it's an unprotected pick, but it's not as valuable as the 8th. Because we got Lamar Jackson, we definitely gonna win more. We probably win about 10 to 12 games. So that pick goes from an 8th to 20. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't hit as hard.
Yeah.
I think that's why we just jumped out in front of everything. It was like, hey, no, we ain't even looking at it. But you wouldn't go pick up Taylor Heineke, who is exactly Ritter. They play the exact same game.
Right.
If you sit there and watch their game tape, they play exactly alike. The only thing is Heineke is more mobile than Ritter.
Yeah, more athletic.
And he's more of a risk taker.
I just don't see how the same front office that was ready to throw it all in for Watson is gonna sit here and be like, yeah, we're just as good with Ritter.
Right.
Like
we didn't have no money at the time.
No man, no shit. And last year we had no money.
But I think that Watson move was Mr. Blank. I could be wrong, but he was here with us in the building when he was young, throwing around the ball. So the first opportunity Mr. Blank saw, let's get him in the building and, see what we can get. Now, with Lamar not being favor of Mr. Blank, I don't see that same situation happen.
You think it was some sentimental value there?
There you go.
Okay.
I think it was more so this regime sitting there saying, hey, look, we need our quarterback. What's the best thing on the market? What's our position right now? We can go get these weapons right now. We can go get our guy. Swing for the fence. I don't see us just standing put a year removed from that, just being subdued because we drafted a quarterback in the third round.
And that would be interesting considering. I mean, of course, we don't know these people personally, but I mean, Blank did come out publicly and say that, he's really leaving it up to Terry and Arthur to make those decisions. But I don't know. I mean, we don't know personally.
And my thing is, you're gonna sit up there and if you my owner, Mr. Blank, and you sit up there and you said that 7-10 and these losing records over the next 2 seasons is unacceptable, I can't see you going with a third round pick as your quarterback. I'm sorry.
No.
Exactly.
He said, the owner has said 2 more losing seasons is unacceptable. Now,
he said, I expect us to win this year.
Okay, fine. But I'm just going by what the man said. What was it? When did he say this? At the combine or in the interview?
Oh, he said
it was the interview before the combine.
Right before.
Interview before the combine. Okay.
He said, I expect us to win this year.
Yeah, he said he was expecting to win the season. And you're gonna put your hopes, you're gonna put your career on the shoulders of a third round pick. I don't get it. I don't get it.
So do y'all think something's gonna get done with Lamar before the draft?
I'm hoping this.
Not before the draft.
It's gonna be right around the draft, but it ain't gonna be like before it. I think if it's gonna happen before the draft, it's gonna be like maybe Indy, somebody that's up there that has to make a decision at quarterback. Because they're sitting there at 4, they gotta make a decision.
Right. Yeah. Or it could be on draft night with somebody like Indy. If Stroud and Bryce go 1 and 2, they will.
I like to say that you gotta have to give up 2 first-round picks. So is that first-round pick gonna be this year and next year, or how them first-round picks gonna go if it don't get done before the draft?
Well, technically, you don't have to give up 2 first-round picks. You can negotiate with the team, but the basis is 2 first-round picks. But you can negotiate with the team and like, hey, look, I'll give you a first and I'll give you a third. Will you accept it? But you don't necessarily have to give up 2 first-round picks. That's what a lot of people get hung up on.
And maybe that gives teams some leverage. The fact that Lamar come out and say, I want out. Maybe that gives a team like Indy to say, all right, we instead of that two first, we getting you a first and a second. The boy said he don't want to come back.
Mm-hmm. That was the whole reason of dropping that tweet now. Because for the past couple of weeks, Baltimore been dropping stuff. Then the NFL came out with a memo to all the teams, don't negotiate with this dude because he's not a cleared agent and all this other stuff. That's why he dropped this tweet. Man, no, I've been told a long time ago I wanted to leave. Get me up out of here. And now that it got out to the world, Baltimore asset price has to go down.
I think something on the brink, y'all, because think about it. And we all gonna know this, but who was the last quote unquote superstar NFL player to go public and say I'm done?
Le'Veon Bell.
No, you went back too far.
Oh.
Don't even think that hard. It's easy. It's an easy question.
Julio
Jones. Yep. He got traded.
Yep.
Julio Jones. The only difference is Lamar didn't go on TV with his.
Exactly. I'm telling you, like, with that tweet coming out today, that it drove down Baltimore leverage. They don't have the cars they have anymore. You have a disgruntled quarterback. Like, forget any other position in the world. You have a disgruntled quarterback that your whole offense is based around. If I was him, if I was
Lamar's whole plan. If you ask me, that was Lamar's whole plan right there. To drive down that price for all that chirping that Baltimore been doing.
But what is it? Like the last 5 games of last season, he said that he got hurt, quote unquote. He really just sat down to keep himself healthy. If I was Lamar personally, I would sign it. I would sign that tag. Y'all don't want to trade me? All right, I'm gonna sign that tag. Going to week 1 and act like I got hurt. And I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit for weeks because it's guaranteed money. You gotta pay me this. There's an injury settlement to it, but for the most part, you gotta pay me this. So then after that, I'm a free agent. Y'all don't want to trade me? All right, I'm gonna force my way up out. He don't have to sign the tag. He just want to be. If he don't sign the tag, he just want to be able to play next year. If somebody don't trade for him, there's numerous ways to get about it.
Yeah, I drag it out until I drag it out so I can get that year of accrued free agency. That's what I do if I was. I drag it out till I drag it out all the way into week whatever, so I can still get my year towards free agency.
Hey, Kelly, do me a favor. You want to take care of that statement on the screen?
Yeah. So I would say Devontae. Because I've had this conversation for a minute today. You said turnout. Not all QBs turn out elite. You get 1 or 2 that occur every year. My question is, since it doesn't matter what round, every year those 1 or 2, what round do those 1 or 2 come out of? How many of those 1 or 2 that turn out to be straight came out the third? Because the thing, here's the argument I was having earlier was that it's not a linear argument. Like, if you're on the playground and LeBron on the playground, you're not waiting to pick him 9th. Like, you're picking him first. Like, Khalil Mack, when you look at the tape and he's lifting offensive linemen and decleating them, like, you're not going to be like, oh, yeah, we'll circle back. He'll be available in the 5th. Like, no one saw Peyton Manning or Trevor Lawrence and said, yeah, we can come back. He'll be available in the 5th round. Like, the best talent gets picked first. That doesn't mean that all the best talent works out. Like you can have somebody like a Zach Wilson who got elite arm talent, but got maturity issues, or you got somebody who might got a lean addiction or poor study habits. But as far as like their physical gifts, I mean, they had first round talent. So, I mean, it just, the probability of finding a star, Devontae, is just much higher in the first. Like, it just is what it is. Like, those people who just had those natural, like Randy Moss, as talented or whatever issues that he had coming to the draft, he was not falling to the 3rd round. Like, you look at the tape of him, oh, he was not going to the 3rd round. Just those with those physical gifts are picked first. And it is what it is. Like, every now and then you get those, like in the past, like the Kurt Warners who played at a small school that nobody heard of and then played to the senior year so nobody saw him. You get those stories. But I mean, we taking kids out of North Dakota State. They only played 8 games and they're going 1st round now. So it's a totally different kind of.
But I kind of agree with him, because at the end of the day, it's all about the player. Is it how willing is he coming in to want to, with his work ethic and how good he want to learn.
Good.
So he want to be great.
Sounds good.
That sounds good.
But if you are a 6'3" left tackle versus a 6'8" left tackle, it ain't that much effort that's gonna get you a starting job in the NFL. Like, there's physical gifts. Like, there's certain things, like you can't teach 6'8". Like, you can't. Like,
can't teach speed.
Like, you could be 6'8" and sorry.
Can't teach heart.
You can.
Passing Lynch was 6'8" to start.
However, with that being said, you're not gonna find a short arm 6'3" left tackle that's great. The likelihood is very slim.
That's a guard or a center.
Exactly. But
look,
you're not
look at Marcus Vick. Look at Marcus Vick. He was out here killing out here in Virginia and attacking stuff, and everybody was like, "He next coming to Vick." And then what happened? And he was drafted in what, the 2nd or 3rd round?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, yep.
And what happened? He flamed out. He flamed out faster than he did he make it out of his rookie contract?
No.
He ain't make out his freaking contract.
He played more than 2 or 3 years.
Come on,
the thing about that most people don't even think about. A lot of these later round picks, they don't even get to their second contract. So when people talking about busts, they're not including all these third, fourth, and fifth round picks. They don't even like who's bagging groceries by the time they're in their fourth year.
That's why I say it's up to the player. How willing are they willing to come in and learn their craft?
We can say that. I'm just talking about precedents. Like, for example, there's first rounders make up the most members in the Hall of Fame. They make up more All Pros than any other round. They make up more Pro Bowls than any other round. They make up more Super Bowl winners than any other round. Like, even players like take Patterson, right? First round pick. Like, how many years he on now? Like, even if they don't turn out to be the biggest star, they end up on rosters for like forever. Like a quarterback like Flacco was
they're still able to contribute.
Yeah,
it's deeper than that. It's 5-star recruits out of high school also correlates with that also. The cream rise to the top. It does. What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Like, I mean, you rather take that risk with a Josh Allen who can throw the ball 1,000,000 miles an hour through a snowstorm than figure out how to a guy who has an arm like a little 22 and try to coach him up. Like, you rather take that risk with the physical talent and see if you can coach him up.
But a lot of people don't understand. Like, physically, your body have limits. I don't care how much work you put in the gym, you can only get to X point.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of scouts sit and look at. He has what's the biggest thing they say with a lot of draft picks or whatever. He has potential to be boom boom boom. Or he could project it to be boom 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 boom.
That's why AR-15 is so high.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you only can get to X point. I don't care how hard you work. If it's not already in you, it's not in you. You can only go as far as you can get. You're not breaking the ceiling. You breaking to your zenith. That's it.
I remember Hurd.
And with some of these guys, mentally, the game just moves too fast for some of these guys. Some of these lower round QBs, the game just moves too fast for them.
It's way too fast.
That's why they're lower round QBs.
I remember Hurd Street when your boy Stafford was coming out of high school and arrived at UGA. He said he's a first round #1 draft pick before he even played a down at UGA. Just off the physical gifts that kid had coming out of college.
Yeah.
He saw how that ball left his hand. He was like, this kid is a first round draft pick before he even played a down at UGA.
I remember that. He was highly touted.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, highly touted.
Out of Texas.
All he had to do, he saw how that ball left his hand. He didn't even see him play a down of recognizing coverage at UGA or nothing. He didn't look at any of that. He saw that ball come out of hand. He was like, that's a future first round pick.
All right, Kelly, Devontae got a retort for you.
That makes it even worse. They came out of a bad quarterback class.
Yeah,
and he still fell to the third.
Yeah, that's the worst part. I mean, me personally, I didn't think any worth a fourth round pick in that draft, to be honest. That was a defensive and wide receiver draft. And Desmond Ridder, remember when we drafted Desmond Ridder? And then in camp, the glowing things that was said about Ridder was, oh, he's picking up the playbook quicker than any other rookie I ever had. That's what Arthur Smith said. Not that ball was zipping, or, man, did you see that pass in practice? But he's picking up the playbook well. So
these
are things that you pick up on in training camp, mind you. I mean,
that's like when Tidy said they drafted Troy Anderson before they drafted him. Yeah, like if he was such a priority, they drafted Troy Anderson before they drafted him.
Right, Montana State.
Out of Montana State.
In that draft, Malik Willis was drafted behind Desmond Ridder, right?
No.
Ridder was second quarterback.
Yeah, Ritter was second quarterback.
He was the second quarterback. I just wanted y'all to say that again for everybody that's tuning in. If a quarterback, if you're the second quarterback taken, you got Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett went what, 8th? Well, nah, he didn't go 8th.
He was late.
He went like 12.
He went in 20 to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He went
Right.
in 20 somewhere.
Right. 23rd. Right.
Yeah, something like that.
To Pittsburgh. You got the whole second round. You went got a guy out of Montana State. And then majority of the third round come along and he just getting picked as the second quarterback.
Here's another thing. I remember early evaluations, they had Matt Corral ahead of they had him second. The issue that were coming in, they were talking about his mental evaluations where he talked about like mental issues that he had.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of dropped him. But in terms of like physical talent, they had him number 2.
I would
quarterback on the board.
I would have took Corral over Ritter. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But here to my point, Carolina didn't even think about, we gotta give Corral a shot. Their thought was, let's go get our guy. At no point, Matt Corral been sitting on that sideline, holding that clipboard. At no point did, we got this talent right here, we gotta give him a shot. They went straight up to the top of the draft board. Like,
Exactly.
Like, I think people put too much weight on the fact that it's a quarterback because for so many years we didn't even draft. I think how many quarterbacks we drafted the whole time Matt was here? What, 1 or 2?
One.
One. That's why people are so enamored with Desmond Ritter, because they don't remember us drafting another quarterback outside of Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan was a staple of consistency, so we didn't have to worry about it. So the next time that we draft a quarterback post Matt Ryan era, they want to pick up and run with it. He is I'm not gonna say he's a bum, because if we do rock with Ritter, I hope we do prove me wrong. I just don't see it.
Yeah, and that's me. I just don't see it. And
I don't see it.
Belichick drafts like 12 quarterbacks every single draft, and nobody blinks an eye. But the first time we draft a quarterback, everybody's like, "Oh, he's the future." I just don't get it.
Right.
That doesn't make sense to me. Like every single draft, I feel like Belichick gets another quarterback.
He got that. Who did he get last? In the 5th round, I think. What was that guy?
Bailey Zappi.
Bailey
After he got
Zappi.
Mac Jones.
Western Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
I know he got Zappi in the 5th right after he got
Zigzag.
That's for like 1 million yards at Western Kentucky.
Right.
But they had him projected to go in what, 2nd round? And he went in the 5th?
Zappi?
Yeah.
Nah. Zappi was rated around like the 5th, but then they ended up getting him in like the 6th time.
I thought
they got him in the 7th.
I thought they got him in the
tell
4th.
me Ritter was a projected 2nd and he fell because of off the field issues or because no one saw him play or something like that. Cool. We all saw him play. They were nationally ranked. There's no missing evaluation of his talent. Like, he played on many televised games. There's no missing evaluation. There's no offseason issues that drop his stock like a Jalen Carter. There's no character concerns. No, he went in the 3rd because of his talent. There's nothing that dropped him.
Y'all going back to the college tape. Please don't have me an overrated Notre Dame team.
I'm gonna tell you something that a lot of people fail to understand. Desmond Ritter was not on anybody's radar until the transfer portal hit for Cincinnati. They end up getting Sauce. They got Sauce Gardner. What was that boy on the other side? Both of the corners are in the league right now.
Kobe Bryant.
their defense was outstanding. Desmond Ritter
That
didn't do
receiver didn't do
nothing
nothing.
outstanding. He did nothing outstanding to have all this warranted faith in him. He was a 4-year starter in college. How many QB, if you really got talent like that, gonna sit there and play for 4 years in college? You come out as soon as you're eligible.
True.
They didn't get ranked. They didn't get up ranked like that till the 4th year, till his 4th year, his senior year. That's when they got Sauce and all them boys.
I think y'all that Georgia game tricked everybody about this.
No, the Notre Dame game tricked everybody.
Yeah, Notre Dame what did it.
That's what it was.
Notre Dame got him drafted.
Fact.
But y'all, after that Georgia game, some of these too early drafts, some of these too early mocks had him going in the first round.
And where he ended up at?
He ended up in the third. That's the reason I'm saying that Georgia game tricked a lot of people.
If you were marked that in the first, you're not gonna slide all the way to the third. If your talent really like that, you're not gonna slide all the way to the third. If anything, you slide to the second.
Not.
Yeah, it was definitely that Georgia plus Notre Dame. We all know that Notre Dame was fugazi that year, but also another question need to be asked: is Arthur Smith the coach / offensive coordinator that's going to develop a pocket passer that the people that have faith in Ritter think he could be? Because all we do is run. What amazing pass plays did you guys see from Arthur Smith that tell you, say, hey, I think that Arthur Smith is going to be the guy that make Ritter into the next Brady?
I only can recall one, and that was the first play that Kyle Pitts got in his rookie year when they targeted him for like a 12-yard drag that he took about 21 yards.
Yeah.
And after that, it's been up and down.
But that's my whole point, bro. Like, getting Lamar will help cover his deficiency too. Because did Tannehill really look good, or was it King Henry carrying that team on his back? Like, we got to be honest about this. We're all on Ritter, and I understand it because I didn't think he was a dude anyway. But we also got to look at Arthur Smith like, okay, in your mind's eye, you who's just an older version of Ritter, over Ritter, and then you didn't do anything explosive. You didn't do anything creative. You just ran Algiers in the ground. Oh, you didn't even think to do that because he didn't play the first game. So again, look at Arthur Smith and be like, are you the dude? Or are you pretending to be the dude that just got the job because of King Henry? That's my question. What do you think, man?
That's a damn good point, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, he smoked that jump.
It ain't back then because Derrick Henry was a bigger threat back then. He was a little bit younger, and there was nothing like him in the league at the time, man.
Nope.
He made everybody's job easy.
Yep.
I could have coached them boys about 7-8 wins if I had him back then.
Yep. Did he? Oh, I mean, I'm serious, guys. Like, and we all, respect Arthur Blank for, he's the owner that we've had our best, era, regardless if people like Matt or whatever. He's the owner that had us to above mediocre type, like just above it. So, I personally feel that Arthur falls in love with coaches before he gets a GM. This happened with many of a coach, and I really think that Terry is on the chopping block more than Arthur Smith because he hired him first. You know what I'm saying? With his own little private firm, he hired him first. Now, yeah, Terry could have been abreast of it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like Arthur Smith is getting a pass. And I haven't seen this dynamic offense where he was touted to be, this great offensive mind. I just haven't seen it, guys. So that's what worries me more or equally with Ritter, because I don't know if he can develop Ritter into a dynamic quarterback, or even being Jimmy Garoppolo. Make Ridder into Jimmy Garoppolo, and I'll be happy about that. That's
Larry, let me say this, bro, because this, I ain't gonna lie, this one thing that has really pissed me off about the Falcons, and you just hit on it.
Yeah.
Why you hire the coaches before the GM? I mean, that's not normal how you do it, is it?
Makes no sense.
It don't make any sense, man.
Your GM is supposed to be there for your hiring process of your head coach so they can be on the same page.
Right. I think Arthur Blank do that so he can have the pull he need, but behind the scenes say, "Well, I ain't in it."
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't in
it. He don't want to stand. He don't want to stand up to them buckshots like Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Case in point,
Jerry Jones stand out there. Hey man, look, this is my team. I'm running how I want to do, and y'all can say whatever you want.
Hey, Tidy, you just mentioned that. I saw an interview with your boy Thomas Dimitroff on Rich Eisen. All right, go check that out.
All that too.
All right. So you know where I'm about to go.
I saw it. Yep.
You know where I'm about to go.
Yep.
You already spilled the beat. Arthur Blank always coming in the media and saying, "No, I'm hands off. I let my football guys run everything." Thomas Dimitroff was like, "Any time."
Dimitroff basically had a different story.
Yep. Thomas Dimitroff said, "There's been plenty of times that Arthur has come to us and asked us about this player or this move or that move, and we would have to take a serious look at it. And maybe we were looking in that direction already, and we would have answers for him, and maybe not." It was real interesting. So, yeah, I kind of owe Thomas Dimitroff a little apology. Not a lot,
Yeah.
but I'll you know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
But here's my question.
Yeah.
Has in his entire tenure, has he hired a GM or a coach with previous experience?
Nope.
Rich McKay.
Hey, Rich McKay.
Rich McKay.
But Rich McKay failed up.
That's my biggest frustration is that, like, every single person we bring in are people who are basically unproven. Like, they're not proven commodities. And I mean, bro, like, I just feel like, man, some of these situations require some professional experience. Like, this last situation, I don't think that's a situation for somebody I don't know, man. Like, that to me, it's not a direct correlation that this quote unquote rebuild seems to be kind of off the rails.
Low.
Yeah, and we got
the line turned around in a year and a half.
Yeah, it doesn't, man.
I don't feel there's a plan, guys. I don't think that was a plan.
There's not.
Larry, I didn't want to say that, man, but he's scratching my head sometimes. Like,
I've been saying it. There's no plan. It's more to the point of, hey, if I get enough, if I can say that I'm sitting there getting the best player available, I may be able to save my job. Terry Fano he's safe. He's safe. Arthur Smith, he's safe because of what he did with the books. Okay. And then the moves that he made this offseason. He's safe. He may have an extra year, but if Arthur Smith don't get it done this year, yeah,
I have more confidence in the coach than I got in the GM.
I don't think neither one going nowhere no time soon.
We start off 2-4. We start off 2-4, 1-5. Arthur Smith may be gone.
And it's very possible.
Not this year, maybe next year. But
man, look, year. I put it to you like that. Arthur Blank is 80 years old.
Yeah.
That man is 80 years old.
He want to see a championship.
He want to see a ring.
Yeah.
He ain't got time to sit there and play around with the whole rebuild or all that. Like, even if you rebuilding, Detroit literally turned their whole organization around in 1.5 years. Detroit was one of the hottest teams at the end of the season last year.
Yep.
But they was
What were we
still
doing? One of the weakest teams at the end of the season. In the same time span.
but they were still adding talent before Camel got there.
Now, I will agree with Wallace. I
Well,
don't think neither will be fired next year, but let's say we go 7-10 again. 2024, Arthur Smith probably won't survive it if we start off slow again.
Yeah,
I
now
think-
2025, yeah.
Our year.
he's not getting the 2025. If we don't make the playoff this year, he's not making. He ain't making the 2024.
You don't think so?
I'm saying no, because he got high behind Fondo. Fondo would be giving a off season. Hey, look, you to build this roster. You know what you're looking for. Go get your guy. They already got Jerry Gray on the team and the coaching staff as the assistant head coach, and they got Ryan Nielsen. And then they focus on the defense this offseason. Arthur Smith, if Arthur Smith fails this season, he will be fired. We will be a predominantly defensive team, and it's going to either be Jerry Gray or Ryan Nielsen as the head coach.
I think they're going to give him 2 years. I don't think he'll
No,
get fired.
he's not getting those 2 years. For what? Why am I keep giving you years to just sit there and cash a check? What are you doing?
And waste my money.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
If
Why
there was
am I
a
keep
losing
giving you
streak
years?
that preceded them, then maybe there's more time. But the fact that there was already a losing streak going before they arrived, I think.
Man, ain't nobody sitting there playing that. I need to see something different.
Hopefully
I'm tired of sitting there seeing losses. Year after year.
Said this year he expects a turnaround.
He said, and I
plan
quote,
was this year
I expect us to win this year.
All right, do me a favor, Larry. You want to answer that question that Antonio got since we've been talking about that?
Oh, yeah. Arthur Blank said in an interview that, we're supposedly on this schedule and plan that they did. That's a bold-faced lie, guys. When they got here, they said, this ain't no rebuild. Who said rebuild?
Yeah, that annoyed me.
Thank you.
We got Matt Ryan. After Matt Ryan restructured his deal, then they was like, okay, we got Matt Ryan. They was non-committal at first. But they drafted picks for Matt Ryan. No one tell me different. And then after Arthur Smith said, okay, I can't run these bootleg and these waggles with Matt Ryan stones of feet. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. So my offense is done. We got to go after Deshaun.
What Jay-Z said? I want boom, boom. She want that old thing back. That's the whole reason why they went and got Kyle Pitts.
Go get him. Okay, so Arthur Blank approved that. They went after him hard. We know the rest. And now we had a situation that we drafted a third-round quarterback to basically be the emergency backup for Ritter. Ritter was butthurt when he got benched because Arthur Smith promised him that he was going to be the man. Why else would you be butthurt about a rookie coming in when y'all skill set is damn near the same? Dude, you didn't do anything in preseason to make you the undisputed. I mean, just like we talking about Ritter and handing him the job, we handed Mariota mid-self the job, and
I knew we were gonna sit last year, bro. I was ready for it. I knew he was gonna be trash.
I mean, I know. I said,
and I'm gonna tell you this, like, I understood like how the fans were thinking, like, "Oh, we still in the playoff hunt," and the only reason we still in the playoff hunt because the NFL sold out for money, and they put 2 more teams that didn't deserve to be there in the playoffs. They had it. They went like the NBA and put half the league in there when they had it perfect, just letting 6 teams per conference go in.
Agreed.
We didn't deserve to be nowhere near no playoff race last year.
Nope.
Nowhere near.
The decision easier. We would have put Ritter in there earlier, and then we would have known what we're going into. And my whole feeling was when we started this season, I didn't think we were going to win no more than 4 games. So if I got to choose between Mariota, who ain't never thrown over 3,500 yards in his career, yes, I said it, and it's true, go look it up. He never thrown over 3,500 yards in his career with Derrick Henry right there, and then a Brown.
Appreciate you, Miss B.
To put your franchise in his hand, undisputed, was saying, okay, we ain't winning number 4 games. Okay. If you believe that in your heart, just play the kid. Hey, what are you gonna do? You're gonna lose 2 more games? Guess what? You're securing the best pick in this draft where you got 2 bona fide, you know what I'm saying, really good talents at quarterback. So why wouldn't you do that? The benefits of starting Ritter at the beginning of the season outweigh starting Mariota and chasing this sorry division. It just did.
Back.
Just to see, you drafted the kid, see what he got. If he ain't got nothing, draft Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud. We all knew who were the top quarterbacks coming into the draft. It was not a secret. So
how many games are needed to find out what you need to know about Ritter?
Start from the jump, man. Mariota was never the answer. He was never the answer.
I get it. I just want to know how many
thinking
games we need to watch in order for everybody on the Desmond train or everybody to come to some type of conclusion, because I just feel like it's going to keep dragging out. How many games do y'all think we need to watch before we can come to some type of conclusion on whether or not he's the guy?
Oh,
hey, Kelly, look.
Some people
watch
say some people want to give him all the next year start.
Watch this. Because everybody's sitting there talking about, we give him a chance. He only had 4 games. So what happened? He started off slower at the beginning of the jump.
Taylor Heineke.
What did the Desmond say then?
They gonna say he need more time.
He need a little bit more time. He just warming up. But how he just warming up? He had the last 4 games of last year.
How much time is needed from anybody? What's realistic? Because I heard people say, well, if he would have started sooner, okay, so 6 games instead of 4 games. Is 6 games enough to know whether or not he's good enough? Like, how many games are needed to find out? Because I feel like people would just say, oh, it's a learning curve. You got to give him a couple more years. It took Peyton Manning a whole season. How much time is needed to find out if a 3rd round pick is not playing like a 3rd round pick?
I say to about week 8 or our bye week. If I bye week end up falling around like week 6, right?
I'm not giving that much. I'm getting week 6. That's gonna be 10 games.
You giving them week 6.
We already know what we got.
I don't think a 3rd round pick should have the same as a 1st round pick.
Right. If you saying that you give him week 6, conventional thinking, anyway. Conventional thinking and coaching tell you that if you got a veteran quarterback and a rookie quarterback and they playing at the same level in OTAs and stuff, you go with the rookie.
Yep.
Right.
That way he go and get that game experience. All right. When did Ritter get in? Week 13?
Ritter get in. Yeah,
week 13.
14.
But the preseason.
14. Week 14. All right. So then,
week 14.
Think about it. If he ain't getting into week 14, he's gonna get about week 8. If we got a bye week at week 6 and we 1-5, week 7, we got a bye week 7, we 1-5 going in that bye week, he'll get bent. If we get to week 8 before that bye, and he stinking up the joint, he'll get bent. Arthur Smith is too loyal, and he's one of those type of people that think he's the smartest person in every room he walk in.
Yeah,
he think he's the smartest.
Yeah, he think that he's the smartest, but he's really not. And that's what's crushing him.
So I'll put it like this, guys. How they're moving, it seems like they're going to give him the entire year, because if he isn't the guy, they're going after Caleb Williams. That's what I think.
Yeah, but you got to trade up.
But see, this is the thing with going after Caleb Williams is like you're gonna have like 14, 16, 17, 18 teams gonna have that same thinking. So
Yeah.
And who's to say that we're gonna be able to trade for him? You know, I don't think we're gonna. I think we're gonna be good enough that we're gonna win more than 2 or 3 games. But
yes.
Right now, I don't think we're gonna win more than 8. I gotta wait to see how the draft goes.
And that's what I was about to say too. Depending on our draft, I'm penciling us in at 8 wins. If we have a great draft, then they may move up to 10. But the moves that we've made right now, I think at the very least, our defense is going to be popping more. You know, our questions are about our signal caller. You know what I'm saying? We got a good running game already. We stood pat. I would still like to see us get a real center or another guard to secure this thing up. But we know we can run the ball. We know at least that. Can Ritter have this magical jump that people that really have faith in him can't? I don't know. I don't get the feeling of that. So, and I definitely don't think that Arthur Smith can coach it up. If it happens, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be surprised all in one. Right now, the draft and what we do in the draft, if we draft a freaking wide receiver or tight end,
if we do that, I promise you, I would not watch the rest of the draft.
Bro,
dog, Robinson, if we pick Bijan Robinson at the beginning, I'm gonna cut my stream off and I'll be like, you know what? We're gonna see. Yeah, I'm just
somebody gonna start cussing.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be like, F it. I see him when the season starts. I don't want to hear nothing else about the Atlanta Falcons till the season starts.
I mean, if they don't draft the quarterback at 8, you can't draft another skill position, man.
You can't. You have to go defense.
This ain't
if you don't get a quarterback, you gotta go defense.
When we playing in somebody's backyard, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
We seen past years, man. I seen a tight end. I seen a wide receiver. And now we got reports saying that Atlanta are not even considering Carter, not even thinking about it.
That's what they say.
I hope that's a smoke screen.
He might not make it past
I hope that's a smoke screen.
I mean,
guys,
I know it ain't, but
behind Ritter, they might go get him another wide receiver. Wide receiver, was it Ellison out of USC, and have Drake and Ellison back to? I got a bad feeling about this guy.
I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if they stack the deck to give him every possible chance to succeed. I feel like it's gonna go. I remember when UGA, what was it, from freshman year? That season was the most maddening year for me because all they did was hand the ball off to Chubb and Michelle the entire season. Now, I remember every defense, I remember Florida was coming out talking trash like, we're going to make Fromm win the game. We're going to make Fromm win the game. And Kirby just ran over them too. Like every single game. And the only 2 teams that were able to stop Georgia from running the ball were the 2 losses. And I got a feeling that this is going to be a season in which we're going to run the ball. We're going to win in spite of Ritter. And that's going to prolong his career in this season. Like, they're going to take the weight off his shoulders. They're going to give him every weapon possible.
Not only the run game, the defense as well. I think the defense
they're going to win by playing defense, run the ball, the little 5-yard slant to whoever, and then they're going to take their shots. It's not going to be that much of a different strategy than what they initially were trying to do with Mariota.
Yeah, and you know, the worst part of that, we don't even have no type of explosion on our offense. We got CP what, 31 about to be 32?
Yeah.
And he's the fastest person on our offense. There's no explosion.
Yo, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all foresee our running game taking maybe a step back this season. The reason I say that, well, 2 reasons. One, everybody gonna game plan to stop us and make the young boy throw the ball. 2, no matter how much shit we gave Mariota, he
was a big part of
So that rock.
the run
game.
He can run. Yeah.
Yeah, it like the run game has no choice but to regret. Unless we add some explosion to our core, it has to. You gotta think about it. Hundley probably ain't gonna be ready to play till like almost November. So you got CP, Algier, and Avery Williams as your runner. Like it has to take a step back because Ritter is nowhere near the type of mobile athlete as Mariota. Is like he made some little magical escape tricks to make it look like he can run, but Ritter can't really run. Like straight line ahead, no, he get his head cracked.
It was not only Mariota's running ability; it's the stress that he put on the defense with the threat to run.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Right.
There were teams that did well against the run. It's just that we never stopped running. And that meanwhile, Mariota just kept moving the sticks. And then at some point, that to me, it reminds me of the Seattle game. Like, I was like, Dad, they doing a good job early on, like stopping the run. Mariota just kept getting another first down. By the time that 3rd and 4th quarter came around, we were just running over.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Tyler came over with an excellent point last week. Our offense clicked way better with Mariota at the helm than with Ritter at the helm.
It was more fluid.
They were way more fluid. Like,
and we didn't have Pitts with Ritter, so we don't know how that's gonna work out.
Yeah, and that's what I was just about to say, man. I saw Pitts go to the sideline and was sitting there dog cussing Arthur Smith and pointing towards Mariota. Like, what the F am I supposed to do? I'm wide the F open, and this dude can't throw him the ball. He overthrew him twice by 10 yards and then didn't see him several other times. Like, dude, like, I cannot sit here and listen to, like, Marcus Mariota was, dude. I thought they were the same player, to be honest. It's just one is a wet-nosed rookie and the other one's a 7-year vet. Like, this dude is 7 years in the league.
It's just that one was a one-trick pony. He did one thing really well, and we were really good at that one thing he did well, and that was running the ball. Like, he was a more elite athletic runner, so that aided in the one thing that we did well. I mean, he was a terrible passer of the ball, but the one thing that made us, the one elite thing we could do was run to the right.
Oh, boy, could we
Hey, Miss B, I promise that I would not watch the rest of the draft when we draft Bijan Robinson at 8. Or another receiver. I promise you, I would not watch the rest of the draft. I would. Y'all won't see me in Atlanta Bird game group, no nothing. When kickoff started on September, and I'll be back for preseason.
If what now?
I'm gonna be there, but I'm just gonna be like, okay, Terry just really don't know what he's doing, or it's Arthur Smith. Someone is making these picks, and if Arthur Smith is making the picks and he thinks that Bijan Robinson is the next King Henry, and that's what made his offense look the best, and he drafts him, I'm just gonna throw my hands up and say, this is why you don't hire a coach before GM. Terry has nothing to do. His hands are tied. That's it.
Bijan is a superb athlete, excellent running back, but it's just not what this team needs at this point, especially at number 8. If we draft 23rd or 24th, okay, maybe so.
Yeah. If you want to move back to the 20th pick and pick Bijan, then I'm still going to look at you crazy because we need to help. But I'll understand it. I will understand it at the 20, you know.
I'm sorry. Bijan Robinson. as like you said, Tyler, as excellent an athlete he is, as explosive a runner he is, he's just not what this team needs. We'll take care of that in the latter rounds right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right now, we need somebody on the other side of AJ.
Right. Because I mean, look what we did with a 5th round pick, a journeyman special teamer, and a practice team guy, and a quarterback that nobody want. We was the 2nd best rushing team in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, how much higher can you go with Bijan? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you got to think about the shelf life of a running back.
Look at Zeke.
And we're already 1,000-yard rookie rusher. So I just can't see us wasting a pick on a strength. That's a strength for our team is our running back room.
I can see it.
And not only that, what'll happen is you're gonna end up overpaying Bijan because you're gonna pay him top 8 money, which is gonna be average out about $8 million a year, well maybe $7 million. But then the second contract, if he makes it that far, what 12, 13, 14 million for a running back?
Absolutely, and that's the key phrase there, Toddy. If he makes it that far, because we are not sure about the quarterback.
Right.
Like,
Steve
look at Ezekiel Elliott, who was drafted at number 4. Went through his rookie contract. What he signed a 4 or 5 year extension for $94 million,
and never saw the end of it.
And burnt all. As soon as he got the money, he was burnt out. Because he had 340 something carries his first year, 320 something carries his second year, 300 something carries his third year, plus receiving. So man, like he's going to burn out. The value for a running back is not at a number 8 spot unless you like a Kansas City. If you're Kansas City or Philly, like you only need that one person to put you over the top. All right, you need to go get it. We need a whole lot of people to get in the conversation of looking up to see the bottom of the top. Nah, you don't go get a running back for that. They got a 7-8 year shelf life. Nah, that's a hold up.
Yeah. You go ahead and get Carter or you get Gonzalez. You know what I'm saying? You get you a part of your defense that could be elite. If you get Gonzalez, you might have an elite secondary. You might have a secondary that can get you cover sacks. You know what I'm saying? Instead of worried about, and then we'll say, hey, AK-47, all right, we need you to step up. Troy Anderson, I need you to stop getting mixed up in the mush and actually hitting the A and B gap when you need to, because Grady got 2 double teams. If you can't hit the gap and go where Grady is going, because he's always double teamed, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Maybe you're not supposed to be a middle inside linebacker. Maybe you need to be on the outside of Grady on his hip so you can get around. I don't know. Use the speed.
What are your thoughts on Troy as a whole?
Huh?
Going into year 2. What are y'all thoughts on Troy going into year 2?
He got to show me something, man. He's the Ritter of the defense right now. Y'all think I'm playing? Did I tell a lie?
Hey, it's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Middle linebacker supposed to be the quarterback of the defense.
Oh.
This dude out of Montana State. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm looking at.
I like Troy's intangibles and his athleticism, but judging his rookie year, man, he don't really know the nuances of the linebacker position.
Don't look like he played against no grown men before.
Right. Took a lot of bad angles, and sometimes it looks like he was unsure of himself, like he wasn't really confident. And that may come from, like you said, not playing against like no real grown men. So he really got to step up year 2 because you was the 2nd round pick. Like, I can't give you no breaks.
I think they got cute with the pick, man. They took someone, oh, he's a guy who's athletic, play multiple positions, blah, blah, blah.
Good combine.
Right.
Yeah, I think they got too cute.
Combine.
Yeah.
What, you ran a 4.3?
He ran a 4.49.
Four.
Yeah,
I think it was lower than that.
I thought
he ran like 4.45.
Oh no, you're right. No, he did run a. No, he ran a 4.39. Excuse me.
4.39.
Was it 4.39?
Yeah.
Like he need to go outside. You put him outside. AK on the outside. You have Alice starting in the middle, and you have Mikael Walker backing up Alice, and Carter backing up Anderson. That's how they should set that defense. That linebacker. Huh?
What's going on with Evans?
They haven't signed him yet.
They haven't signed him yet.
I think Evans, because I mean you gotta think about it, like that man had like what 140 something tackles this year, 150, 154, 145, something like that. Anyway, somewhere in that neighborhood. I think he wanted to test the market to see where he can come in, and then he come back to the table. But because you just sat there and waited so long, you didn't sort of clip yourself. You didn't clip yourself because everybody else that really need a middle linebacker, they know how to fill their hole.
Yeah.
If he had went to Seattle, I ain't gonna say he would have got Bobby Wagner money, but he would have got paid. He got paid more than what he got paid for us last year. Now you come back, your job is definitely going to be a backup. You go and ride a pound behind Ellis. You be a rotational player to give him a breather.
This two got to be a big year for him, man. A second round pick, bro. Shit, you got to catch some of these hot rocks if he don't perform this year.
He ain't got it. He just need to catch a gray hand up higher. He ain't catch no rock.
Well,
bro.
Let me ask y'all about my boy Jalen Mayfield, y'all. Y'all think he can have a renaissance next year?
Yeah, he could be starting left guard.
You think so?
Hell no.
I'm good on Mayfield. I'm good on Jalen Mayfield. Hey, but he was the third round pick. Let's give him a shot, like we gonna do Ritter.
Well, hold on,
right.
y'all gave up on Mayfield.
I need some time.
Let's
give him a shot.
Give him a chance.
Okay,
let's give him a chance.
I know y'all effing with me, but I'm gonna just say this. I really think if Mayfield could have played in this scheme, this offense last year, he would have been a lot better, just like Caleb McGarry was.
Okay.
I can give you that, but I right now
I'd have to see it to believe.
I got Mayfield battling to be that swing tackle.
After 2021, think about it now.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Think about how bad McGarry was in 20 and 21.
Yeah, he was a turnstile.
Like I said, McGarry had to show me. Same thing with Mayfield. He had to show me. I'd have to see it to believe it.
McGarry showed you. If it want a run play, he won't involve. If they won't run to the right side, he won't do an A nothing. Hey, man. All right, brother.
That's fair.
And he come right on around the corner. But like Mayfield, he got an opportunity right now because we haven't re-signed Wilkerson. Chuma Edoga signed with Dallas. So Hennessy is slotted to be the starting left guard as of right now. We re-signed Jermaine Ifedi, so Mayfield gonna have to battle with Ifedi to be that swing tackle. And I'm not sold on neither one of those to be the backup if one of the tackles or interior linemen go down.
I think next year we probably gonna have to draft Jake Matthews' replacement because he probably gonna have that many more years left in him.
Yep.
Okay.
There goes
the money yet.
Exactly.
Up Peter Skronsky, but hey, I don't know.
You want him?
Well, only if I'm gonna go full bore on the offensive line, and that's in preparation of getting Caleb Williams or giving the best opportunity for Ritter to succeed. Then yeah, well, not even more so Ritter than Algiers too. Because if we get a better offensive line, Algiers got, over 1,000 yards with only running to one side of the field. If we figure that out, I mean, you laughing, but am I lying? Am I telling a lie?
That's why I'm laughing.
Oh man.
So, if that's the case,
I could have ran through some of them goddamn whole last year.
Bro.
I'm just saying, guys, that's how I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking like, that's why I'm dismissing Bijan Robinson, because I'm like, we got a running back who ran for 1,000 yards, running to one side. Everybody in the NFL knew it, but he still got 1,000 yards, and he didn't even play in the first game of the season.
Yeah.
So really, he played in 6 games, huh?
I said he barely played the second game.
Exactly. So really, he played in 15 games and got 1,000 yards. So, and I know Steve's gonna say, well, Williams did it in 14. I know, but but yeah, I mean, the kid is good. So I wouldn't worry about running back. But if you really want to secure the offense for a while and you feel comfortable enough with the moves that Terry did in free agency to shore up this defense, then go Cons and then go DeJuan Jones in the second round. And now you got one of the best offensive line units in the NFL. And they all young. And they nasty. I
would take a
It's not going to be exciting.
But just the middle of the draft.
Bro. And then what's the kid out of Houston that's a punt returner / wide receiver that could be there in the 4th round? I can't remember his name, but you can pick him up in like 4th or 5th round. That could fill up 2 things if you want to use Williams as more of a running back instead of a punt returner and kick returner. So yeah, it's not going to be exciting, but it could be a way that we shore up the line for either helping Algiers and Ritter in this offense as a whole. If you get 2 offensive linemen right there, it could be. But I think we need to get either Carter or Gonzalez personally. Yeah.
My preference would be Carter. Yeah. But shoot, y'all, it's going on about 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
I don't know if this is a update, and I ain't trying to prolong the conversation. And you might have spoke on this earlier, but I just saw on SportsCenter just come across. They're talking about the Colts have already said that they do have mutual interest for Lamar. That just came across the screen that the GM for the Colts has expressed mutual interest in Lamar Jackson.
Don't surprise me. I could see him going there.
Yeah. I mean, Mia Counts ain't going to be sitting there preaching that if she is plugged in. So, you know what I'm saying? If she's going out there and saying, oh, the Colts been in quarterback purgatory for years, they tried with Carson, they tried with Matt Ryan, you know what I'm saying? If Lamar Jackson's right there, why wouldn't you do it when you got a great running back to pair him with? So who knows, man? Who knows who's gonna do what? I think Arthur Blank is gonna be like, yeah, y'all didn't ask me. I think Arthur Blank is gonna follow what his owners want to do with this whole colluding thing. He ain't gonna go there. I just don't think so. I don't think so. I would like to be wrong. I don't think. My bad. I don't want to prolong it anymore. I appreciate y'all having me on. Always good talking with you fellas. Appreciate it.
Bro. Before we go, Larry, let them know where you at on YouTube, bro.
Man, I'm there screaming at the TV, man. You don't want to enjoy somebody screaming at their teams, man. Come check me and my wife out on the Dixon Way. It's at _Dixon_Way, man. We do live watch parties where we do commentary of the game, interact with the people, you know what I'm saying? Good old fun, sounders, all that good stuff. So, yeah, man. Thank you guys for always having me, man. It's always a blast talking with some good, knowledgeable people about some Falcon stuff. So, yeah, appreciate y'all.
Likewise, bro. Always good to have you. Hey, David, appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Wallace, appreciate you. Thank you. Kelly, as always, appreciate it. Thank you. Winston, as always, appreciate it. Thank you. And everybody going crazy in the chat, man. Salute y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Oh, yeah. Hit that like button and subscribe for my boy Tidy, man, with this good content. Hit it.
Tell a friend, tell a friend.
Peace out, y'all.
All right.
All right.
I appreciate y'all, man.